games before the round number 4 starts today of the Champion Chess Tour 2024 Oslo, Norway. Again, until this thing happens, which is supposed to be starting at 5 p.m. And we're going to do a little bit of puzzle rush for 5 minutes. I think for 5 minutes, right? 3 minutes, 5 minutes. Let's just do that. Let's just do it. I think we're multi-broadcasting. I hope everything's fine and cool. Let's go with this. Sound should be fine. Chat is right there. I only need to press this play button. Okay, what do? We do puzzle rush here, right? Capturing this rook with check here. Am I white? Mate eventually. Back rank. Back rank. Mate back rank. Sort of background. Battery. Hello, Anirudh. Made in like 2 or 3. Okay, it don't matter. Some things. Hey, in 15 minutes we're gonna see Magnus Carlsen, man. 15 minutes. Alright. 15 minutes. Back rank. How's it going? Okay, check and stuff. Yeah, check. Yeah, and then gonna be a little bit of a fork here, winning this guy. Ah, I see it now. Although it took me quite some time, you see. That will do. Okay, black, like there's some stuff here. Wait a minute, man. It's gotta be a fork somewhere. Nah, that don't work. Check here. Or check here. Gotta be, nah. Mess around. Okay, black to play. Well, they can't. Yeah, we just go with this guy. Some checkmate. Back rank again. How the hell did I mess up that 17 puzzle and stuff? Alright, a little bit of a rook sacrifice here for the queen to making space. Mate. Oh, what? It wasn't? Now that's a shocker. That was a shocker. Yeah, forget about it. Okay. If you guys played some memorable games and you want to share, this is the time, because in 10 minutes we want to see Nepomniachtchi and Magnus Carlsen and Ali Reza and Vincent Keimer and Wesley. So, yes, that is correct. Of course, that's absolutely the case. It can't be more normal than that. Always, 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 always. No exception. Indeed, Anirudh. Yeah, you said it very clearly. Absolutely. Totally. That is indeed. Knight takes here. Rook. And takes. Rook takes back rank. Opposition, therefore, checkmate. There is a bishop, actually, we could use. Hey, wait a minute. Yeah, rook will do. Rook will do. And now queen takes the pawn with checkmate. Should be, again, checkmate here. It should be checkmate in 2. Well, at least we could do this once, you know. Oh, it's a smothered, so to speak. Yeah, definitely looking at your game, Anira. Let me finish this nonsense I'm trying to play. And then we're going to look at your game. And then definitely going for Magnus and stuff. Magnus and company. Absolutely. I'm totally seeing this. Just give me a couple of sec to finalize this stuff I'm pretending I'm playing. Probably this way, right? I was just about to play Bad move, as it happens. Okay, so... Oh, queen is gone, I think. They're not that difficult, just that you need to do them incredibly fast. So that's the thing with the puzzle rush. It does serve some purpose, though. Wait a minute. The heck am I? Okay. Yeah, just take this guy, then running away. Okay. Now, we're gonna cover that life event, folks. Just give me a sec. Let me finalize this stuff. They haven't started yet, so we might have a check here, right? There ain't no other check that I could do. Now there should be something with the... Wait. Oh, come on. It was the queen, eh? Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame. Oh, come on. I lost it now. I refuse to concentrate now. I've lost it. That's it. I got no more motivation. That's about it. Forget about it. I don't want to concentrate. Okay. So, Anirudh. Remind me again. Anirudh A1912. Okay, let me type it in. Have you changed your account or something, Anirudh? Anirudh HA. Which one is it? 1912. Anirudh 19. There is two with that things. Is you like the second guy? There's two Anirudh HA, so to speak, 1912. It's two accounts with that thing. Hey, what's this thing doing on the screen? Okay. So you said the one you've lost against the... the last one. This is the Bulgarian flag, right? Okay, rapid. Totally. Let's try and learn from it, all of us. So, good to see you, TikTokers. Guys, we're going to be covering in like 6 minutes. We're going to watch Magnus Carlsen live playing. In the meantime, I'm more than happy to looking into the stuff my friends played. And we've got our friend here with us, Anirudh, and he is happy to sharing the game that he played. Even if he didn't win it, which I absolutely appreciate, because most of us would rather go with we would go with the stuff that we won, you know. So that looks like Italian game. Well, let's see. Bishop c5, a3. What's the name of this? Again, bishop opening Berlin. Okay. h3. I thought you were going to play knight f3 and bishop c4. We absolutely. Let's see. So everything is theoretical up to this point. You're making a pin. There's nothing wrong. I don't see anything wrong. All the moves are book moves. I don't think there's anything not book move. You're just supposed to get the knight on b1 now. Exactly. So it's pretty much theoretical and very natural. Now you need to take a decision what you want to do with this guy. Whether you want to drop here or knight take. Well, knight can't take because it's pinned, right? So I guess you could just successfully go to d5 or something. Arena. No, I'm not playing. Let me turn off this window. Okay. Now you retreat it. I'm not sure. Maybe you should have castled. Maybe you should have castled short. Really. Not. I mean, if you wanted to play bishop a2, oh, you black. Oh, right. Gee, man. Okay, flip the board. Cool. Right. So if the guy wants to play bishop a2, he should have played it right from the very beginning. Also, I wonder if some g5 might be required, but I'm not sure. Now that's a good idea. You want to get rid of the knight. Takes and takes. Okay. I think okay. You gotta take that guy now. Bishop takes, I would say. There you go. Move the rook to safety. You gotta play that rook. Rook a8 goes somewhere. I guess probably I would have played the same stuff. And c3 kicks your bishop away. Let me think. I don't know. Nah, you gotta move the bishop to safety. It could be C or B. Maybe A7? Maybe A7. Or B6. Which one is it? I don't think it's bad. As long as you keep the bishop nice and safe, I don't think there ain't no problem. Now, a little bit of pressure there, but let me see what is going on here. Can we play g5? I'm asking for a friend. Can we play g5 here? Now, I totally get it. You're not very happy to do this kind of pawn's advancement on the king side. I get Anirudh. But still, is g5 a horrible move? How horrible is g5 here? Have you... I'm going to play it, and the Valba actually is going to confirm if this is a horrible move or not. I just want to play g5 and perhaps taking this bishop off. Is it horrible, man? No, it ain't horrible at all. That's what I would play. I would have played g7 to g5 here, attacking this guy. If you want to give me bishop for 2 pawns, I think I'll accept it. I think I would just accept it. And I think I'm supposed to win with black. So that's one thing that probably I would have played differently than yourself, rook fe. No, because rook fe sort of intensifies the attack on the f7. So not very keen on creating multiple weaknesses, too many weaknesses. So g5 would have been my choice. I'm telling you now, Anirudh. So g7, g5. This one, I don't like it. I mean, I can't even move the 9, not even if I want to. It's getting really funny now. Hey, the guy was supposed to keep the pin. Okay, hey, I'm not complaining. It's going to get more clear for you, I guess. Takes and takes. It's playable, man. It is playable. It's playable. There is no queen on the board. Knights had disappeared. Now the question is, how exactly do we do with this guy aiming here? Do we play king g7 and then... This should be a dead draw, isn't it? I think the guy dreams about pushing the pawn, so I'm expecting them to play some king h1, king h2 at any moment. Aha, you want to play c6. But you know what's funny stuff about the c6 stuff? The guy's going to go bishop a2, for instance. It's going to stay there forever. So you really don't get rid of the bishop. He opens up that line. I thought he's supposed to play king away so that he can push the f pawn. I think that would be an idea probably for white to consider. I don't think that's bad. But I guess you can figure out some ways to defend. You attack the bishop with tempo. That's nice. I think that's really cool now, because when he captures Anirudh, probably you're going to take with a6 takes b5. And then eventually you're going to play some rook here if given a chance. Oh, okay. I think... So whose turn is now? Anirudh, what do you think about rook b8 to a8? Because that's what I'm thinking about doing. Rook b8 to a8. So the guy takes, I take, and you know something? Let's just draw this thing and let's do something else. Let's just draw. Yeah, probably I would have played rook b8 to a8. Let's see how awful the engine says. Man, it's not that awful. I mean, okay, I know it's not ambitious. I know it's not a phenomenal move. But hey, it maintains the status quo. I mean, okay. Definitely a little bit better than c5 here, Anirudh. Anirudh, you still there? Just checking on you guys. Andy Murphy, Hassan, thank you guys for joining. Please do follow me, fellas. Yeah, so... What? Dude, I think you're kind of supposed to take, perhaps? I know what you... Yeah, you want to push the pawn and... You want to deny the rook the access on the A file. I kind of get it, but still I would have taken the pawn. Yeah, I would have taken here. I would have captured. It's not great, but just take it, man. I mean, okay, he could do this. He could do this. He could do this. All sort of. I mean, that bishop doesn't need to stay on this diagonal forever, from white's point of view. As soon as white pushes this guy, I mean, you're like completely blocked here. You're like completely blocked. And I guess white can still figure out some ways to do something with that bishop over there. Oh. I don't know. Okay, he wants to keep the bishop on this diagonal, but if I were them, I would have played c4, shut off everything. I would have shut off everything and move over the bishop over the king side somehow on this diagonal. f3, g4, h5, you name it, whatever. Okay. I guess. But anyway, you give them a pawn. Now he gonna get the rook AB, or maybe he gonna play king first and then push the F. That makes sense, man. That's what I think should be the plan. Yeah, there you go. He played it even before, and I think I said that. I said that minutes ago. That actually for white it is the F pawn advancement like a plan, and it is indeed. So the guy, yeah, man. I mean, it's difficult. I don't like it very much now for black. I think so. Anirudh, you literally you kind of like helped the guy. You helped the guy when you didn't take the pawn. You helped the guy when you didn't push g7 to g5. So those little things added contributed to this uncomfortable stuff for black. It is uncomfortable. He gonna double up the rooks here. I'm not sure how we're defending it. I mean, we could do something like bishop, but still not comfortable. Hello, sorry, I just tried to remember. That might be... That's one of my students. Okay, Max. All right. I think I got it right. If memory serves well. Hey, Max, we're going to watch Magnus Carlsen playing live this evening. Yeah. So you do your best here, Anirudh, to defend the f6 main weakness. Yeah, you use the rook. That makes sense. I think you're more than happy to draw here. Probably you're dreaming about doing some king g6 stuff. I think he wants to go with the rook here. And probably you might be able to do this kind of stuff. Okay, you want to trade off everything. Makes sense. Yeah, probably you should. It's kind of playable. Then probably, yeah. Do you know what is the problem here for black? I think black needs to keep the king to defend this massive weakness, which the bishop on c4 just simply targets forever. And there is a passed pawn. So the reason for which engine is optimistic in regards with the whites is because the black king has to stay after this guy. But you know something? Maybe you can give away that guy. You can't stay with the king here forever. You need to try and do something. I don't know what that something means, but yeah. You put that guy on a light square, though. Which means it's attackable if the bishop were to make it on this square somehow. So this guy is attackable and you can't even push it forwards. I mean, you might have wanted probably to play some bishop a5 ideas, but anyway. I understand, but he got all the freedom to move the king over, which he does do. Okay, and now he sort of hits this guy. You got to use either bishop. And even if you drop the bishop, he practically pushes the... Well, not now. Not now. But I think he can try and do this. I like it. d5. Hey, I think I understand why. The engine want to say the guy is going to take whatever, and then you might be able to do something with your bishop. Perhaps in this fashion. I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. But Anirudh, the guy didn't win because he had something spectacular. You just allowed the position to worsen. Yeah, he didn't do anything particularly crushing or anything. Okay. You try to weaken those pawns. Oh man, you gotta try and do this kind of stuff if you got a chance. Probably bishop a3. So probably bishop a3 to stop c4 and protect this guy. But then again, when this guy advances, and if you want to stop it, I guess king will be infiltrating here and gonna be attacking two pawns at once. Oh man, it's painful. Yeah. Okay, it's getting a problem now. We're gonna stop it here because I guess it's getting worse and worse. Anirudh, nice game, dude. But then again, let me just go back a little bit. What if you take on B? So now it's plus 1.49. Okay, it's not that great. But let me see if this one works a little bit better. Of course it works a bit better. At least it stays as it is. Whereas advancing long term, it's very costly. So that was one thing. And another thing, G5 here. G5 here. And you have no problem. Bishop b7, you say? Okay, let me go quickly to bishop b7. Okay, let me think. Move number 10. Bishop d5. Bishop b7. I don't see that as a... Okay, what diagonal do I want to keep that guy? Can we do bishop d7, then move the rook? Is that bad or something? I don't think bishop b7 is incredibly losing or something. So what is now? Plus 0.53. I don't think... Yeah, you're going to play rook a b8, I guess. You have to. And then maybe you can push b4. So let me do this. The engine says plus 0.40. That's not worsening anything. Yeah, see you, Max. Take care, man. Yeah, we're going to watch Magnus Carlsen now. Yeah. So again, Anirudh, I don't think bishop d7 is bad. And actually, you've got to prove it's not bad at all. I don't think bishop b7, but I think I like to looking at the h3. And frankly, do you know what I want to do, Anirudh? Do you know what I want to do? Bishop d7, because I'll tell you why. I want to do bishop d7. I want to play rook a b8 and push this pawn. And I also want to do bishop e6 and get rid of this guy forever. I want to trade that bishop in my terms. Eventually taking with f and open up the f for the rook, that is. So bishop d7, rook a b8, and eventually bishop e6. That's what I'm thinking. And now, if you would allow me, guys, we're going to go and see what Magnus and the guys are doing in the Champion Chess Tour happening currently in Oslo, Norway. And let's have a look at the games. They have just started. MVL, Black, Magnus, White. Let's have a look at this. They just started like 2-3 minutes ago. Apologies. But anyway, thanks for the game, Anirudh. That was still instructive. You know, and I fully appreciate you actually propose the game that you've lost. Normally, guys want to see the games in which they win because the other guy just gave them the queen. You know. So, when your opponent gives you the queen, it's not too much to analyze, really. So, I'd rather look into something really substantial. And I think it was instructive what you suggested to looking at. Those little subtleties, bishop d7 rather than bishop b7, g7 to g5 to break the pin and push the bishop on h4, eventually g3. So this kind of things, I think, are quite good to keep them in mind for the future reference. Alrighty. My pleasure, Anirudh. My pleasure, guys. The latest YouTube video is on Bobby Fischer, Florin Georgiou, played in 1966. It's a Nimzo Indian defense, the system with f3. So if you guys admire Bobby Fischer, that might be enjoyable for you to watch. Whose turn is it? MVL. What is this knight on a6 doing, though? I guess you can play via c7. He pushes b5. He defends it twice, so if white takes, they take. Okay. Yeah, okay-ish. Let's see. Magnus MVL. Hey, MVL did beat Magnus a few times in the Blitz. I don't know what is the stats in between these two, but MVL did beat Magnus. MVL is strong as hell. He's in the first 10 on the planet. What's his rank now? I need to browse it. I need to browse it and finding. He's in the first 10 chess players as strength on the planet, if I'm correct. So, hello, my TikTokers, and hello, Versus. You don't see the clock. Wait a minute. Oh, now you see the clock. No, I've deliberately covered the moves because when I'm analyzing my friends' games, I don't want to see what they played. or what the engine might suggest. I want to keep it nice and real when I'm doing the first contact analysis of the games versus. Yep. Okay, Magnus to play. What was last move here? What? Hold on a second. He played knight d7. Magnus decides to take on d5. Knight f. There's going to come a black rook on the c8. 100%. You're going to see a black rook right very soon. Can you give 2 rooks for a queen? I'm asking for a friend. Can you do 2 black rooks for a queen? If MVL would propose you now rook b8 to c8, would you take it, Anirudh? And rest of you guys, versus would you take the black rook if they were to play rook b8 to rook c8 now? Would you capture? I think MVL is actually considering this idea. Queen takes, rook takes, rook takes. Would you play this? I mean, this bishop doesn't really exist. The bishop on b2. I mean, some e4 is going to happen anyway, but just wondering. Given the fact it's a blitz, I mean, you don't have like 2 hours for the position, in which probably you would be hesitating to play rook bc. This one in a bullet would be quite good to do rook bc, I guess, for psychological effect. Remember, you don't play a machine. You play a human. The machine would take your rooks. If you do rook bc8 against an engine here, against the software will take your rook. Rook bc, queen takes, rook takes, and takes. But it didn't do that. Well, he's not going to take here, man. Because the knight's going to go on an outpost. Like the mother of the outposts. No, he's not going to take. He's probably going to push the pawn. Or do rook ca. But that's a little bit disconcerting. I mean, what the heck? You already had the rook on a1. Moved to c1. You're not going to go back now? I don't think so. What do you reckon, guys? So I don't think rook c going to go back to a. Yeah, he pushed the pawn exactly what I thought I would have played myself. This bishop is suffering greatly. What is MVL up to here, man? Is he cooking something very unexpected? You guys serious? I don't think so. You don't do this now. You don't have enough power. Okay, queen moves away from the c file. And not just moves away from the c file, but it does attack the black knight on a6. So black must defend or move the knight. So we can debate. If rook goes rook b8 to a8, I guess Magnus can play queen b5. I think it's important. But maybe MVL is going to move the queen. Like queen b7. Queen b7 and supporting rooks to go on c8. And that's how it's going to happen, very likely. Then get the bishop. Well, I don't know what that bishop goes. Leave it here for now. Yeah, there you go. Queen a7, exactly. He moved the queen. He defends the knight. I thought maybe queen b7 was a bit more attractive in order to get some rooks over to the c file. But anyway, he defends the knight. He defends the knight. Fine. Fine, fine, fine. Let's see what's next. Hey, thanks for stopping by. Best of foot. That's good. Having a couple of more guys via TikTok or YouTube or Twitch or Rumble, or I think these are the platforms, Facebook and Kick.com. Okay. Whose turn is it? So knight d3 played by Magnus. Yeah, because he probably wanted to. He was looking at c5 and e5, or maybe stopping some pawns advancement and stuff. Knight d7 had been played now. We're going to see a black rook on the c8. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Probably rook f. Sorry, probably rook e. Now, you want to keep maybe the rook e for some. Oh my day, he's doubling up the rooks on the c. This is serious. You want to get rook d1 to c1 and double up. So, maybe this is the time now to play rook bc. And after rook here, probably you're going to play queen b7. And then rook's coming off the board. Perhaps. Hello, Miyosako. Good to see you. My TikTok friends. I'm going to have to constantly remind myself to change the tab and read the messages on TikTok separately because they do not show up on the main chatting panel, unfortunately. Yeah, we did say that. But I did say, what did I say? I said rook b c8. Maybe the other rook should have stayed on the e in order to pushing e5. I don't know when and how. Now you got to do either take or you've got to play queen b7. Which one is it? Which one is it? Probably. And also we got to think about this one. That's serious, so to speak. I mean, everything is serious here, but I mean, it's a little bit of a scary idea. Okay, queen b7. He played after. Queen now c2. Defending the rook, keeping up the battery, double power. c8 is inoperable for MVL. He can't make use of the c file. So he moves on to d. Knight on a6 has to stay there, not allowing rook c7, which is killing. So knight ac has got to stay right there. If you're asking me what's the plan for black, I don't know. He hits the rook. That is the plan. Rook goes back. Knight d7. MVL is happy for a draw here. He only played the knight back. I don't think Magnus going to get a draw. I think you're going to move this knight. The question is where you're moving the knight. You go e1, f3, or you go differently. You go, what, c5, or where do you go? Maybe you wanted to, but not now. Maybe you go e5? I don't know. You got to sit down and think. Maybe easy for me, being on this chair, try to figure out the best moves. For these guys involved, well, anyway, they're going to get the checks. Hey, best of foot, you rooting for Magnus Carlsen, I can see that. Which is perfectly understandable. Perfectly understandable. Some guys regard him as the best player in history. So, I don't know, you rooting for Magnus or you hating him? From a chess point of view, I guess. Because ad hominem don't mean nothing here now. Okay. White's turn to play. You gotta move that knight somewhere. Reason being you want to open probably the light square diagonal. Or maybe you want to play rook first, then play the knight so that you can hit the knight with tempo. Because rook c6, okay, he plays knight e5, which I did mention anyway. I did say this. Now I'm looking at all sorts of stuff here, you see. Well, you can even do bishop b5. You know, just taking more squares. And then you're going to play knight c6. Or you're going to play knight c6 now. No, Magnus is Magnus. He don't bother. He goes with the h. He wants to create havoc on the king side. And the h-pawn is that particular guy. You could actually weaken the pawns defending the black king. So yeah, he goes with the h. He's actually keeping his eyes on the real prize, which is the black king here. So he goes for the king. I guess bishop b5, you could play it. But I think it's more important to go for the king. Yeah, you just push the h-pawn. And this bishop, the knight on f5 is on e5 is good to disappear as well because it hits a couple of essential vital squares over there. Knight c7 being played as well. You got to be careful though. This knight is hanging. I don't know. It's getting really sharp now. Magnus pushes now the e pawn. Dude, there is stuff going on here. There is already stuff going on. Stuff that practically would have been more enjoyable and rich in understanding if they were doing rapid rather than blitz. But hey, it's just blitz for the time being. Actually, bullet very soon. Okay. Bullet. What did he play? What did he play? D e5, knight e8. Whoa. Bishop takes. Now, notice the knight on c7 is double attacked, so they have to move away. Hell, white is winning, man. I think you should take. I'll tell you why. Because you're going to play this. You're not going to do... Oh, what about getting queen to h6, really? I think that's more important. Getting the queen closer to the target. I guess. There's many good things you could do. Hell, I don't know. There's many good things you could do. I don't know which one to do first, really. Maybe I should... Okay, queen g5 attacks the rook. He sees them, man. He sees the attacking moves, you see? He sees them. What can I say? Yeah. Now you could take it. Exactly. Now you could get queen e7 if you want. No, he took... Oh, boy, oh, boy. If this guy takes, you want to push this thing. An activation, full activation of the bishop. And if you look at... And he's got the bishop pair, Anirudh and my dear chess friends. White is enjoying the bishop pair. Look at this, guys. Look at these snipers. Whereas the black knights are suffering terribly. They don't even exist that much, if I may say that. You can weaken. You can push the pawn. You could do hell. You could do very many things. Probably you should push the pawn and get rid of that. I mean, full activation of the bishop. Full activation with the bishop. And if queen takes, then you're going to go queen d8, attacking this guy and this guy, and everything crumbles away. Well, if you push and queen takes, though, your bishop is under attack. So probably bishop f3 first. This pawn has to disappear. The pawn on e5 must disappear. I don't know when, how, in what order exactly. You could also think about bishop g4, maybe? That can't be bad, bishop g4. It can't be bad, I think. Or do you want to play this to not allow queen c2 or stuff? There's so many things I'm considering. And now Magnus is on 35 seconds. And now they playing bullet, which is kind of entertaining. No, he went bishop b5. I don't think that's bad either. Well, he's attacking a knight. Queen can't move. So he's going to push the pawn and that forces black to take with the pawn. You can't take with the queen because you're dropping pieces now. That's a smart boy. So he's always been a smart boy. So bishop, yeah, h6 now. Preparing. G7 had been taken. If queen at any point... Oh my God, man. White is winning, man. I don't see how white is now winning this. Double attack on this guy. Double attack on c6. Black knight has to do the heck, I don't know what. You're going to take this knight? Kind of can. Or you can maybe play this move. Queen c5. Attack the knight. This guy takes. Hell, you've got a pass pawn, man. Queen c5. Candidate move, I think, is winning. Bishop takes. Maybe wins, maybe, yeah, I guess. Yeah, queen c5. Yeah, I find the move that actually Magnus decided to play it himself. Queen c5. So you sort of have to take this guy, right? And then white's creating a pass pawn. Do they have increment? I think they get a few sec increment. Otherwise, Magnus going to get flagged. Oh, man. White is better here. White is absolutely better here. You could take it. He don't take it. He wants to keep... Queen is powerful. It's versatile. And he doesn't want to... Hey, Daniel, Flashy, Solomon, best of foot. Good to having you, my dear TikTokers. That is cool. Really cool. He gonna push this and checkmate. Oh man, this is. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Check, 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 and check. Take everything. You cannot not win this with white. Knight will be taken. This is check, by the way. This is just check. Yeah, takes them. Okay, white is winning. Pass pawn here. Let me tell you why I think white is winning. Because he's got two pass pawns. Now, man, that's not going to cut it. Takes and takes. And, my lord, he won. Of course he bloody won. Yeah, he's still the best, eh? Sorry, guys, he's still the best, eh? You're still the best, fellas. What other live games have we got in here? Let's see. Ali Reza, Drew with Nepomniachtchi, Wesley, Bitten Levon. Oh, whoa, whoa, that's not today's. Let me go back. Event. Hey, let me go back. Oh, Ali Reza playing Magnus Carlsen. Is he gonna teach the Frenchman another lesson? I mean, he just beaten a Frenchman. Now we're gonna beat another Frenchman? Oh, bad boy. Magnus. Well, so be it then. Ali Reza, white. Magnus, black. Dios mío, man. What's the... So, 5... what? Round number 5... What, man? Round number 5 starts at 25 past 6 GMT. Are you serious? No, it's a round robin. No, it's not round robin now. It was yesterday. What the heck? Why does it say here Ali Reza Magnus? I thought they like sort of supposed to be playing the same guy, like round robin, right? But it's not. Yesterday was. Now the format, you're just gonna play 2 different guys. Schedule. Round number 5. I'm assuming round number 4 had finished. No, wait, whoa. Yeah, man, it had finished. So round number 5 would be 25 past 6. Let me see if there's any other live games remaining. They're not going to start straight away, right? Yeah, they all finished around number 4. That means, guys, if you prefer, we could look into your games that you played maybe lately. Like exactly like we did with Anirudh previously. So definitely we could do that. If not, we're going to hit a puzzle streak or something. We're going to keep it nice and puzzly. All right. All right. Oh. It is round robin. They're going to be playing again. So, yes, Magnus going to play MVL again. Yeah. Whew. Yeah, no, that works, dude. You need to have 2 points to go past this round now. I mean, the guy that has 2 points is actually qualified later. So, MVL white, black, Magnus. Okay. Let's go for another round. Cool. I'm curious to see what Magnus going to play with black, what MVL going to play with white. What is MVL going to play? Hey, Daniel, how's it going, man? Good to see you. Okay. Come on, boys. Anything? No? Yes? No? No. They haven't started yet. I haven't checked the other platforms. I guess we should be okay on Facebook. We should be okay on YouTube. I didn't check this one here. Let me see the account. How's it going? Am I live on this one? I think I should be. Your videos. Oh, yeah, I'm live. Oh, yeah. That cool. Happy to hear it. Come on, lads. Start the round. Hey, Nepo, drops the sandwich, man. Nepo should drop the sandwich. Come on, man. Just come back at the boat, for Christ's sake. Come on. People is waiting here. Nepo, drop the sandwich. I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say many things, I guess. Hey, that forces me to make a puzzle. Well, it doesn't force me, but I feel like doing a puzzle here. Okay, so what am I supposed to do first thing first? What is this weird position? You telling me that white didn't play any of the minor pieces on the king side? Like, you're serious? Okay. Should I go for this? What am I supposed to do? Should I take this guy? Rook takes, I take. What? Bishop take, no. Maybe I should take here first. I don't know. I don't know yet. What the heck's going on? Well, maybe I should go here. I mean, I'm attacking twice this guy, right? So that's about it. They will take a pawn on b2, but hey, a piece is a piece after all. I'm having like 3 minor pieces, and I might be having, I might be taking one more from them. And queen is on pre, by the way. And I don't see any phenomenal tactic here. Well, I don't see any phenomenal tactic because I myself am not phenomenal. So, of course, I don't see it. But that makes sense. Do you think maybe queen d5? Any difference? Probably there is a difference. Hello, Martin. How's it going, man? Happy you guys gather. We're going to see Magnus and MVL with the second match. Okay, I'm going to play queen e4. I don't know what the heck I'm supposed to. Well, let me see. A rook takes, though. Now, that is horrible. I don't know. Should I take the knight? Should I? That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Should I? I don't like it. Queen e4, right? I mean, what do you want to do? What else do you want to do? I don't know. Oh, man, it took me ages. It took me forever. What is going on? Why did it take me forever? I'm so slow. How the heck am I supposed to play on Saturday at the Blitz Christmas event if I'm so slow? And now I'm in deep trouble again. But I could take with the rook. When they take, I take. Thank you very much. Whoa. Yeah, I've got all the stuff in the world here. I'm going to play e3. I'm going to shut off this guy. Ain't going to be anything bad. So rook takes, e3, bishop moves, whatever. Knight f3, bishop c4. King e2, and it's as if we had castled. Back to Magnus and MVL. Is he going to teach the Frenchman another lesson? Magnus started. No, they haven't. MVL. Come on, man. Where you been, man? Nepo normally was the late one, you know? He needs to finish all the sandwiches. But now, what are you guys doing? I think they're doing selfies and stuff. Okay, e4, finally. e4, e5. The whole planet chess was waiting for this guy. Ray Lopez. Or Spanish, they say. Bishop a4. Let's see. Castle quickly and stuff. Bishop e7. Okay, these are theoretical. We're not going to making a lot of comment. Bishop b3 because you want to save that guy. c3, d4. Let's see. Knight c3. That's another stuff to play. c3 also a theoretical move here for white. But that's what MVL wants to play. This guy can go knight e2, knight g3, knight f5. That's how they move around here. So, it just started as a rapid, and I'm already enjoying it. Hey, I would have liked to see something really sharp. I mean, we kind of see this thing like pretty much every single time. Either Ray Lopez or Italian. I'd like to see a little bit more like Sicilian defense or something, you know. Maybe a Sicilian defense, maybe something like that. Maybe a King's Gambit, a Danish Gambit. Any Gambit lines these guys want to play? They don't want to do Gambits because they's not confident they're going to win. So they're going to keep it nice and controllable with the Rui Lopez and Italian. Whoa, guys, open up the door. Be back in a sec, fellas. Let me open up the door. Don't go nowhere. All right. Let's go open up that door. Right. All right, where were we? Where were we, guys? Back to business. Okay. So, Bradley, h3. That means prophylactically preventing bishop g4 pin, which is quite unpleasant. Would be quite unpleasant for white, since there ain't no bishop here to play bishop e2 anymore. The guy's on b3 now. h6 again. Prophylactically to not allow stuff. Never. Bishop e3. You still have to develop your guys. Rook fe8. What's he going to do with the bishop? b7 or d7? Where are you going to get that guy? Or e6? Probably e6 is horrible, right? So probably it's going to be bishop b7 or bishop d7 or none of those. You have to develop your pieces. I think I found a very good secret as per how to play specifically the blitzes. Just develop your pieces and try not to blunder. That's the whole secret. Develop your pieces, try not to blunder. And if the other guy blunders, try to convert. So that's all. You don't need to do nothing. c3 Indian had been played, of course. We kind of said about that. c3 because you want to push d4. So, okay, but still have to look after this guy. So what is going to be? Bishop c2 first? Or knight g3 to defend e4 and then you're going to play. Da-da-da-da-da-da. I've heard that thing. So thank you. Who was that? It was a follower or something. So thanks whoever you are, my dear friend. I've got Martin saying thanks. Richmond Junior Chess Club Christmas Blitz. If you're in West London, I think you could do it yourself as well. We can take a quick selfie then. So if you're available on the 21st, not September, Jesus Christ, I live in the past. Why do I live in the past? I should be living in the present. I mean, that's what they say. They should be living in the present. And I'm living in the past. I'm the prisoner of my thoughts. If I wouldn't be the prisoner of my thoughts, I would probably be living in the present, but I think I'm just a prisoner. I tried. I mean, I tried, though. What can I do? Oh, Lord. b3. Taking c4 from the black knight, which can't go to c4 because there is a b3 pawn taking the knight. Double power on attacking rook ab. Rook ab? I think so. I think rook ab. But it could be some other stuff. MVL could... There is something fishy going on here. But still rook ab. Yeah, maybe rook ab. I mean, what else? Is there anything else? Yeah, you could play a little bit bishop a7, but that's painful because then you're in deep trouble. Bishop being attacked and b3 is still under double attack. So you gotta defend that b3. Unless you want to push the pawn. But, oh my god, what's this choice, man? Backward knight move? Disconnecting the rooks? He disconnected the two white rooks now. To play knight c1 to defend b3. Oh, mon dieu. He's French, so I didn't want to say it in Spanish. In Spanish, oh, Dios mío, man. So I wanted to say it in French. Mon Dieu et mon droit. And that's about all I know in French. I don't know nothing else. Maybe thank you and maybe just thank you. That's it. Thank you and Merry Christmas. Something like that. Okay. What's going on here? Knight d7. White to play. I mean, MVL should just wait for Magnus to play a blunder. Like knight here, bishop takes, and then you push and win Magnus's piece. So that's the strategy for MVL. Should wait for Magnus to just blunder. Easy. Or you could play bishop a7, move this rook over here, and then you go back. Man, what is it doing? Knight to d2. I mean, like, he wants to move the pieces over this side of the board on the back rank, all of them. I think the secret plan is he want to play knight b1. Just push them in the corner. Everything goes in the corner. That makes sense. Or maybe he wants to push b4. Look, possible. There's many ifs and buts, you know what I mean? There's many ifs and buts. You could push b4 though. Takes and open up the a for the rook and stuff. This is hugely immense tactical possibilities here. There's so many tactical possibilities. You need to pause the game and come back tomorrow with an in-depth analysis. There's many tacticalities here. There's so many tacticalities. I don't know where to look at first. You could go b4. You could go rook a b1. Gee, man. You could go c4. Or rather not, because black is controlling that guy like 3 times that particular square. So probably you won't be going c4. But you could go b4. Or not. b4 takes and take. You kind of can. And then you activate the rook over to the a file. Yeah, it's in West London, that thing. b4. Yay! b4. I did say it. I talked about b4 a few times. Which means very many times. Knight f3 going back. That's what I like. That's exactly what I like. Moving on the second rank, then back on the third rank, because maybe the situation had changed. Can you push c4 here with black? Oh, you're threatening to open up the sea and attacking this guy so that they can't take, but they take with a. It's getting interesting now. Getting interesting. MVL with the whites. What do you play? Rook e c8. I'm not sure what you're playing. Would you play like what? Knight b? No. Yeah. No. Yeah. No. Yeah. No. Yeah. What about knight b3? If they take, you're going to take with a. So that's settled. All right. Knight b3. If they push c4, you're going to go like where? You're going to go back and then knight e2, knight g3, and knight f5. Yeah, that makes sense. There's c4. No, he plays bishop b3. He tries to trade this one, but they're going to push c4. I think. I don't know. Because if you push c4, you do attack the bishop. Bishop has to go back. But also this kind of frustration might be playable. But he did push it, which I think I said I would do it. Knight e2, I did say that one as well. When black takes here, you're going to take back with this guy, I think. So you open up the a. Exactly. Rook a8 there. You want to have a claim over to the a file. So that's the reason for rook b8 over to a8. Cheers for that. Okay. Zero sugar. Okay. If it's zero sugar, That's good. But who gonna do 100 push-ups later on? That's the question. Knight h4. Knight h4. Hey, I did say that one because I said knight f5. I think that's one of those perennial themes in the Ray Lopez. Knight that does a little bit of a dance. So now he's gonna go knight f5. I mean, at least he wants to. Which I don't think it's a bad idea. Let black push the pawn and weakens the king's fortress and stuff. It's like a continual accumulation of tension here. And someone's going to blunder due to lack of time. Normally that's what happens. What is black supposed to do to improve stuff? Bishop e7, is that an improvement? Yeah, but then knight f5 happens anyway. You're going to take and the guy going to take. Maybe. And knight f6? Maybe. But then you want to get the rook over here as well. There's very many ifs and buts. I don't know. Bishop e7. That an improvement? g5, you think? I don't think so. Bishop e7. Bishop e7. No. Rook left. Oh boy. You want to play rook a8 now? Rook being attacked. So if you play g5, they're going to take this guy first thing first. And it's going to be cool. That's a nice one. I'm not sure. Okay, rook a6 wants to say I'm going to play rook c8 to a8, and then I'm going to take on b4, and I'm going to win you the rook on a1. That is the plan. I think Magnus wants to do rook c8 to a8, grab here so that you can't take with a, you got to take with c, and this guy is free to march on, so to speak. Whenever that would happen. Martin and Daniel on TikTok, that's what I think Magnus thinks. That's what I think Magnus thinks. I mean, he might be thinking some other stuff too, but doing my best here. Doing my best here. Knight e5. Knight f3. Huh. So if knight takes f3, you're going to take with g, obviously. Then you're going to play some king f2 and then rook over to g's and stuff. Like this. And hey, you want to take here, man. I hope, MVL, I hope you hear me. He wants to take here. You can't take with a3 because you're going to lose the rook. So careful with that axe, Eugene. Careful with that axe, Eugene. Dun, 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 wow, 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 wow. You guys know Pink Floyd at Pompeii? a3 takes b4. There's a lot of power here. What do you play? Rook a2? No, rook a3 going for this guy. Bishop now, kind of defends. But knight d8 wants to say I'm going to play c6 and attack your bishop that defends c3. c3 becoming a liability again. Would you take on e6? I don't know, because that bishop... Actually, that bishop is a bit dangerous. That bishop is a bit dangerous because that bishop attacks h3. So probably you have to take this bishop. Look, man, this is the most... Look, this is interesting. I don't even know what to say. Probably bishop e4 attacking this guy and the rook on c1 defending c3 if the bishop on d4 disappears. Yeah, that's the bigger plan. Now, this is quite creative from this Frenchman. This is very creative. Very creative. I can feel the French art. This guy takes, then they take, and then bishop here. But he wants to be even more creative. He want to go for f6, which is a nice check. And hey, I think I'm kind of getting slowly fascinated by this game. I normally am not fascinated, but now I think I get fascinated. Huh. But you could do bishop. No, he did knight c6. He want to get rid of the bishop on d4, which he sees it as, yeah, bishop e4 we did say, but now this guy going to take what you take with the rook. I don't know. We can debate. Yeah, you take with a pawn, because if he had taken with the rook, rook goes a1, and then you got a problem on the back rank. So he took with the pawn. You could push this guy if you want to, but then this guy is hanging at the same time, but you got knight f6. Yeah, that's what I said. I think I would push. Now, bishop took on h3. I said it was dangerous. The guy didn't want to play king h, but now how would you get the king on a second rank? I don't think so, man. And bishop also aims at b4. Oh, no. Is Enviel going to lose again? d3 shuts off the bishop. That's, again, very nice. Beautiful. Bishop c6 might be able to attempt on to b5 black pawn. I think it's, again, it's getting fascinating. A little bit. I think you guys agree. It is a bit fascinating. White to play. 2 minutes 47. 2 minutes 40. Can you attack with the king? He goes with the rook. He goes with the rook. Bishop now defends. I guess you could still play this and that. And then this. There you go. Oh, he heard me. That is good. He heard me. Yeah, he want to play c7 and then bishop c6. And is Magnus in danger? Pergol? I think that's how it sounds in Welsh. Danger, Pergol. Pergol. I don't know. I just remember I saw some signs at some point in the past and it just popped up in my memory. King f8. Would you go rook c7? Yeah, but this guy's hanging, so maybe knight f6? I'm not sure. Maybe knight f6, after all. Oh. He actually still want to play this move, and the rook will be defending e5. I know I seen this late, but I think I get the right idea. So rook now moved over to the e file to protect e5 once the bishop goes to c6. So the bishop can't really take this guy. And bishop c6 attacks the bishop, but also attacks b5. This is quite important. And if bishop takes, rook takes, but then rook can go b6 and still attacking. I mean, the b5 is the intent here for MBL, I guess. Yes, Martin. Too many threats, but let's see how Magnus copes with it. I heard he's cool as a cucumber. I heard Magnus Carlsen is grinding like no one else. Let's see. Knight f6. Now that's a check. That's non-negotiable. And your guess is good as mine. Whose turn is it? Magnus with 1 minute and less. Now Magnus is doing bullet. MVL still does the blitz. But hey, man, the bishop is a little bit pinned. My lord. Should he take on d6? Oh, yes, he does. Now he wants to take in, then checkmate Magnus. This is a very bad boy, yeah. He wants to take h6 and then h8 threat. Like kind of checkmate, but wait a minute. Isn't this guy? Well, you can't go there because you're going to drop the bishop. You see, this is so dangerous. Okay, so now rook can't take f6 because you're dropping the bishop. I don't know what's black supposed to do. I heard he's cool as a cucumber. He gonna find something. He dropped the bishop. Oh, man. He gave up the bishop. Dios mío, man. Oh, mon Dieu. Rook b1. Rook takes, bishop takes. And what? Rook takes b1. Bishop takes b1. Right? Oh, man. What is it doing? Is he going to push the C pawn? I mean, that's the only stuff you've got available. I don't know. Maybe you could do this kind of stuff. Yeah, you're going to push the bishop I don't know where. He's got like 5 seconds on the clock anyway. I think he's in trouble. I think black's in trouble, man. Oh, boy. Is Magnus going to lose this? Just to level up the score? He might very well. Hello, Paulo. Sounds like Brazilian. Or Portuguese, I don't know. So, glad you're here, my friend. Rook b to king f6. Now, you take this guy, you got a passer. How is black supposed to... Oh, that's the wrong direction. Oh, Christ's sake. White's turn to play. So when you take here, rook takes on b4. But this guy's... Yeah, but it can't be challenged. No. He does something else. Well, you could take now with the king, indeed. Just play this. Rook takes, then you take this guy. Maybe there was something at some point. And now the more pieces are disappearing. I mean, king and bishop versus king, that's a draw. Well, let's see how we do with the pawns. Pawns matter absolutely now. Not sure, man. Oh my God, you can't take that guy. No. Magnus loses. He loses, man. He loses. White to play. You do something with the rook, exactly. You do something with the rook. You can play this eventually. You know, I mean, some rook h6. You keep an eye on this guy. You're able to pushing beast. Oh my God, he cut off the connection. Gee. 10 seconds for Magnus. I mean, you could do stuff like this. Like check and things. I don't think check is bad, right? But I mean, maybe you could take this guy eventually. There you go. Now you can play rook f6. Oh my lord. I mean, white is doing better here, right? Also, bishop d3 might be able to go bishop e4 and, you know, reinforce that h1 promotion square. Yeah, exactly as I said. Now, bishop c6 can go and just stay there, so to speak. So you can go here and just keep it there for the time being until you find better readjustments for the rook, for the king. So bishop c6, okay, he defends with the king. You can still play now bishop c6, really. You play bishop c6. If there's any checks, you're going to go king b6. There you go. Yeah, that's exactly right. And now he's going to push also b6 because king on c7 protects, shielding. My God, who's winning here? Oh, man, that's a queen. And you get a queen, but white attacks you first. White's winning still, though, man. Come on, white is winning here because black king is exactly in the middle of things. Yes, white is winning, black is losing because they are in the middle of the board and white is incredibly powerful. Guys, it's not the first time when the Frenchman beats Magnus Carlsen. It's not the first time. I think I've done a video and MVL beaten Magnus Carlsen. Magnus Carlsen was playing as Sveshnikov and MVL beat him. It was another blitz. Your Nan does skateboarding at 93. That is just, you should do a very short video and put it on YouTube so you're going to get famous. If your Nan is skateboarding at 93, that deserves at least a video. It's phenomenal. If she's skating at 93, it's just phenomenal. So, yeah. Wow, what a game. Oh, boy. That was something. I enjoyed it. I liked it. I'm a little bit rooting for Mango, but I love to see MVL actually, you know, proving his worth. I mean, I don't know how many people on the planet are able to beat Magnus Carlsen. Really. The guy is just very. Is he in amongst the first 10 players? Right. Let's do a very quick puzzle. Oh, I really enjoyed it. What a treat. Okay, queen being hit by the rook. Can I do any checks and stuff? I mean, I could do check here. Then queen takes though. You see. And then I could do some. But why not just taking the rook, man? What's wrong with taking the rook? Rook takes. I mean, you could do this. King has to move and then I'll take. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not taking now. I'm going to do first the check. They're going to do whatever. And then I'm going to winning the queen, man. Yeah. Now we take the queen. Is there anything else? Nah. Queen has to be taken. Voila. Because MVL actually won. I can remember one or two more French words. Because MVL just beaten Magnus Carlsen. So just to honor the Frenchman, I would say, hey, voila. Salut. How do they say cheers in French? When they, when they drink their beverages. Salut. Salut. Yeah. Cool stuff. I was lucky with this puzzle. All right, guys. So who you were rooting for then, fellas? Back to the events. Who will win the 2024 and take the $200,000 top prize? Probably Magnus, right? Vincent about to be starting, and Magnus. MVL again. Is MVL white? I think the first player to reach 2 points is qualified, so to speak. Is Magnus black now? He's going to do Sicilian, or he's going to play... Wait a minute. But maybe MVL goes D4. I mean, MVL can play whatever he wants. Or he could do... I don't know what MVL is going to play. He could play very many things. This guy is good. This guy beaten Magnus quite a few times in the Blitz. I don't know the stats, but he did beat him. And he beat him this evening too. So he is really good at this. MVL is a friend of mine who was a referee, one of my colleagues who worked as a referee in the London Chess Classic 2024. He said that he watched MVL live playing the Blitz against Michael Adams, and he said that he's like a godlike player. He is very fast and looks like also cool as a cucumber when he plays. Amazing players. Amazing. The best of humanity at chess. Totally. So yeah, Misako, do a short vid with your nan skating. That's just fabulous stuff. And then you should do t-shirts with your nan skating. Promoting your nan. Why not? So when is this guy's gonna start? Oh, Magnus is he's upset now. He's upset. He goes, have a quick schnapps. He's gonna have a quick something for relax. Like, what did he say? He wanna drink when he wanna relax. He has a quick schnapps. Well, I don't know what's that. I mean, I've heard something. And he gonna relax with a quick something. And then you're gonna come back at the board. MVL is gonna have lemonade. How do they say lemonade in French? I don't know. They say it the same way, but it's gotta sound like the French lemonade. I don't know. I can't speak with French accent. I mean, I may try, but It's not going to be successful. Okay then. Yeah, perhaps time for another puzzle. It is time for another puzzle. I shouldn't do that, man. I shouldn't do that. I absolutely shouldn't do that. But I'm enjoying it anyway. So rook HG, that would be a check. And no one is denying it. That would be a check, you know. And king has to go in a corner. Then we might have this stuff. And if they play f6, I don't know what I do. But maybe... Oh man, what's my queen doing here? You serious? The bishop is pinned. Why is the bishop pinned? Why is the bishop pinned? Rook G. King goes in a corner. Can I play Rook G8? King takes. If I do Queen H6 though, yeah, but the guy's going to take my rook. True. So maybe I should play rook first, king goes h8, then queen h6 for double check, you know. Makes sense. So let me repeat this again. Rook h1 to g1. You check the king. You forcing king in the corner. Then you're going to launch the queen to h6. Threatening checkmate on h7 and g7 at the same time. And I guess that is indefensible. I guess that's indefensible. So I'm going to play it. TikTokers, do follow me, fellas, or Twitch fans, friends, or... Yeah. Queen h6 now. Queen h6 for double threat checkmate. And I guess that should be winning. And also does not allow queen h5 for nonsense. We shouldn't be playing, I guess, bishop b2, because bishop b2 is f6 and it's just not that good. Whereas queen h6 is really good. There might be, though, something like you play queen h6. No, man, that's it. Yeah. Still, you gotta be looking at this because, no, you don't have to. You take the queen because you're in check and they attack your queen. So now queen has to take. Well, I'm white, right? Yeah, I mean, that's what I meant. That's exactly what I meant. But I think you guys got the right idea. Oh, yeah. Is Magnus playing again? Did he lose already? The biggest upset? Oh, boy. Are they supposed to be starting like in 10 minutes or so? Does that mean that we can do another puzzle? Well, I don't see any moves here. So, yeah. Oh, but let me send a very quick message. Get back, get back, get back to one. Once again, you belong. No, to where you belong. Oh, how was the lyrics? Get back to where you once belong. Yeah, get back, Jojo. Yeah, I think so. Hey, game had started. Okay. The biggest upset. Magnus lost. One game, though. Come on, MVL. Hit that clock. Come on, man. Hit it. What are you doing? Come on. Come on. What's the Frenchman doing? Does he have another champagne? Because he's beaten Magnus. He's celebrating. He has another champagne, or... He's having already wine? Come on. Wine afterwards. E4. Yeah, that's it. That's what I want to see. Rui Lopez again. He want to teach Magnus another lesson. Bad boy. Bishop e7. Come on. d3. That's what I want to see. Bishop b3. Action, action, boys. Action. Knight c3. a3. What? Okay, cool. That makes sense. Yeah, the prophylaxis in place. There is no more pinning coming. Either g4 or g5. The boys are good for now. This rook AB probably announces some b4 every now and then. Knight g3, knight f5. You guys know this idea is better than me. And bishop, that's very much automatic. There is no big novelty here. They've been playing this since like forever. Since before they were even born, they were playing this. So, oh, I think it's the, it's the, how's it called, man? The Armageddon. Black wins even if they draw. MVL has some extra 3 minutes, but he got to win for real. Magnus only needs a draw. That is why this is called Armageddon. It's a very selective, brutal way to make a hierarchy and to having someone qualified. So it's called Armageddon. They invented this stuff too. Otherwise, they might be playing forever. I mean, MVL and Magnus can do like 10 draws in a row here. They'll be playing until midnight, and no one's going to watch the stream no more. Not even the chess.com one. People are going to just give up. They said, hey, screw this, man. I'm not going to stay until midnight watching this guy's drawing all day here. You know? So, yeah, they invented this Armageddon so that guys can actually finish up the game. And you get a winner and a loser. Yeah, it's Armageddon. So Magnus has to draw in order to win. And MVL, unfortunately, he has to win in order to win. Yeah, tough business. So MVL needs to do very big complication here and going for the weaknesses. And being very, very aggressive and attacking and like rook a6 and stuff. Maybe you can grab this pawn eventually. I mean, just saying, I'm not sure. All sorts of stuff that you need to attack. You really need to attack. So maybe rook a6 first. I don't know. Probably. Magnus needs just to draw. So it is sort of exciting. I mean, I'm not that keen on the Rui Lopez. I mean, it's interesting, but yeah, rook a6, there you go. That's what I would have played. Bishop d7, knight f1? Oh, he wants actually to play knight d3, knight d5? Or he want to go differently? I don't know. Probably bishop e3 first. Well, I don't know, man. We'll see about that. We'll see about that. Maybe bishop d3? Okay, let's take it step by step. It's Black's turn to play. He's gonna do something. He's gonna do something with this knight. Like this. Which is not good looking, but I don't know what you do. I don't know. Is he gonna push f5? Is he gonna do knight b8? No, he played knight d6. Sort of defending b5 against the bishop d3 potentially. He tries to turn the game into a dead draw. He's more than capable to do that. So yeah, Martin. Magnus needs to draw in order to win. That's what it is. And MVL has to win. Well, that's an outpost. I can recognize d5, knight to d5 as an outpost, and attacking c7. I don't think it's bad. So, knight d5, at least you attack something. I think Garry Kasparov said that if you manage to create enough threats, at some point your opponent might crack. I think he said if you generate like 10 attacking moves in a row, your opponents will crack eventually. But you know, Garry can say whatever he wants. And and I better listen to what he says. I think Magnus considers him the best chess player in human history. Am I correct? I think Magnus said that in his opinion, Magnus calls Gary Kasparov, in Magnus's opinion, is the best chess player there ever was. Rook takes, big takes now. Well, Magnus wants to draw. That's for sure. Can you not draw? Oh, sorry, can you not trade? Well, if you don't trade, what do you play? Bishop here, they take, you still attack c7. Probably a plan. So I'm going to say this. Bishop b3, you check. There you go. They can't play here because they die. So that's a check. You win a bit of a tempo. Then maybe you can make it even more complex with knight. Okay, rook takes, bishop takes. The more you trade, specifically versus Magnus, all right, the more you trade, the likelihood for you to draw is big. So I don't know. c7 is hanging. c7 is hanging, right? But also e4 was hanging, and now c7 had been moved to c6, safety. My days. He tries to keep up pressure on Magnus's clock with this kind of very quickly moving, but it could go both ways. I mean, you got to be careful about that stuff. Let me tell you what I understand here. If black takes, you're going to attack this guy that defends the bishop. So then you're going to lose the game. So black can't really take the white knight for the reason we just said. Again, if knight takes white knight, e takes f5, black knight has to go, and then the bishop on f8 is completely hanging. So from this point of view, you can't take the white knight on f5. That I can understand. That I understand. Knight c4. Okay, I guess. I think so. Again, Magnus is happy to go any tradings as quickly as possible. Trade everything. Because if you look at the material, okay, he took. Double pawns. You want to give them double pawns. How is black going to defend c4? Hey, this MVL guy, man, I mean, he's really delivering, eh? He cuts off anything. Okay, he's going to take this guy. You could take it later if you want. But probably you take it now. It's now or never. The song I absolutely do not like from Elvis Presley. There are songs I like. There are songs I don't. Knight a5. What do you do with this knight? Like, what exactly are you doing with this knight? Where are you going with the knight? I mean, you keep the bishop. You march on with the king? Or do you shut off things here? And if knight plays, you're going to take him off straight away. And that's a weakness long term. I just had a almost revelation. So you push the g4. You keep the black pawn stuck on dark squares. Okay. If the black knight attempts any knight f4, you're going to take it straight away. Then you're going to keep the knight on a5 on the rim, because in this particular exceptional position, your king might be reaching for c6 double attack together with a knight, in principle. But I think MVL heard something, like a poetic license. I mean, he didn't hear nothing, but... the king wants to march on towards c6. That's exactly what he want to do. He want to get the king, and g4 had been played. g4 had been played. He going to march on with the king now. That's exactly what I did say. And I'm happy I'm seeing actually things turning out the way we said. Hello, Lucas Etienne. Sounds like you're rooting for MVL. You sounds like a French guy. I think you're rooting for MVL. Which makes sense. If I were a Frenchman, I would root for MVL too. Hey, what's going on here? This is a pass pawn. Is MVL going to beat Magnus again? It is possible. That's a pass pawn. It doesn't matter what the engine says because these are two humans facing each other and time is quite limited. Okay. How do you take advantage of this pass pawn? Are you supposed to do like what? Pushing the pawn one more time? I think so. Where's the knight gonna go? He moves the king. He tries to get as much access as possible with the king itself. Do you what? Let me think. Can you play this and that? There's a lot to take in. Okay. He pushes. What if Magnus plays... No, you can't do that. But, I mean... Bloody hell. This is complicated. I mean, it take me a good minutes to realize stuff. I guess our friend Lucas said in... Yeah, I think our friend roots for MVL. And that's very good. What is MVL cooking? Is it going to go bishop c3? I don't know. And if he goes bishop c3 and knight does play d4. Oh, sorry, what do you play with... How do you make progress, actually? Because the black knight stops the white pawn's advancement. He's going to keep the knight there. How exactly you are supposed to make him progress here? How do you get the bishop to attack f6, that is? I mean, this bishop should find its way, so to speak, back. Would you play it now or what? Because king b7, right? You want to come here. What about this guy playing? But the king c7 stops white king's intrusion. So he doesn't allow that. He doesn't allow. Okay, if you play this, I guess white's going to play this. And then they're going to move in front of the pawn or something. We'll see about that. It's just quite complex now. Unfortunately, Magnus has to decide in a minute and something. What is it going to do? Bishop e1. What? He tries to win a king b7? Is it going to go king b7 now? Sorry, king b7? What, you want to jump here? I don't know. What is MVL doing? Is he going to do bishop c3? But he was there already. Well, but then you're going to do some threefold repetition. I'm saying hi to Adam. You're talking about Adam T? You're talking about Adam T? If you know what I mean, if we're talking about the same Adam. Our colleague Adam beaten Nakamura, that's for real. That's a heck of a performance. He beat them in a blitz game. Adam K? I don't know, man, who's Adam K. I mean, I might know who's Adam K, but I know Adam T. I don't know. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Do I know an Adam K? I know an Adam T, but I don't know an Adam K. I'm not sure we're talking about the same Adam. Anyway. How you make progress here with white? There is a pass pawn. I see this. Okay. Now look, MVL does have nothing to lose here because if he draws, actually he lost, right? So he has to force it somehow. But if you do the threefold repetition, then it's a draw, right? So he got to change the strategy. But how? What do you do? What's the progress? How are you grinding this? What do? You play what? Can you mess around a little bit? King a7, king c7. How exactly you meant to do this? Then this, then knight c6. Then that's a check, by the way. Then you move here. Then, my God, I don't know. That's very complex. It's not very optimistic in terms of white's chances for forcing a win. Look at this move, man. f4. Jesus Christ. Bishop has to go back to stopping this guy, right? Now bishop has to play, I don't know, e3, f, you tell me. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, e3, because you never know when you need to go via the other guy. So now you want to play this and this or something? Oh, Lord. This is just tough. King b7? There you go. King b7. Ho, 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 ho. That's just something. That is just something. But knight c6. Can't you just move something like this? Yeah, but they're going to play the knight, say here. Right? So you're still not making a progress. You push the pawn, knight's going to take. So you didn't do nothing. So black's going to do just knight e5, knight c6, e5, c6, e5, c6, and that's it. Very tough business here. Very, very, very tough business. Okay. Tough one. Let's go back and see what other live games are happening. So I guess 2-1, Magnus had won in the Armageddon. He won in the Armageddon. Not that he beat an MVL. He didn't. But he won in the Armageddon. What do you want? That's what it is. Aha. The last remaining live game is this one here. Denis Lazovic with Levon. Who's who what? Denis is white. Okay. What did he play? B6 pass pawn in order to promote. And the rook guards this pawn. Now you got to move backwards because the king opposition, the black rook checked. You got to fall back. And the black king probably wants to go this way. In principle, let's see how he does. You can't push the pawn now because it's going to happen this. So I don't know what... and also you can't take here because you're going to get into a skew. I just said it's going to be a bloody skewer. I mean, I've just said it. So Dennis lost the game, eh? I said it's going to be a skewer if you take on a2. I mean, obviously... I just said it. I said right before he played it. So I don't know what to say about this one. This is weird, man. This is weird. It is a bit weird. I did say this. I don't know. It's very bizarre. Very bizarre. So what did happen in that game? Because the clock had stopped and what? Okay, let me refresh the page. What did actually happen, man? So black's winning, right? Yeah, black's winning. Of course black's winning. So now we got a supreme confirmation of the factuality of black's victory here. Those white pawns not going to make it. This guy not going to make it because black king approaches in this fashion. And everything black needs to do at this stage, you can even ignore that pawn. It doesn't even matter. You could just play this, get rid of this guy, and deliver check with king and rook versus king. So that's all you need to do. You don't need to do anything else. So make sure this pawn will never move, and you capture eventually. Rook moving quicker. Actually, you should move the rook first. But anyway, it's white's turn. It doesn't mean anything. Whatever white plays, it doesn't mean anything. Of course, black won. Because I did say it's a skewer, for Christ's sake. What is white supposed to do? I don't know, man. It's a problem. I don't know what you're supposed to do. This one is a queen Also, maybe this, but then king approaches and really doesn't mean nothing. Really doesn't mean nothing. You're gonna play this, they're gonna check you. I don't know where you go. Check. Your move takes queen. There is no move to play here with white. There is nothing for white to do because white just simply loses. That's it. White is losing. That's about man. Okay. Hey, what's this square doing? I could do, for instance, I could do a little bit of dancing here. I could do queen a6 perhaps. Because if they move here, it's just checkmate. I could do queen a6, check. If king goes this way, then I could do another check. But if they move here, do they escape? Check though. And then they move here. Check. Then they move here, check. I think if we do it in this way, we actually get to checkmate the black king eventually. And I think this is certain. You don't need to do anything else. What about going, frankly, a8? The king goes then. Or should you go a8? If you go a6, no, you gotta go a8 for Christ's sake. I'll tell you what. You go a8, that's certain. King goes here, you go this. And if they go back, though, you can't just do this, man. So therefore, queen a6. Wait. No, wait. Wait a minute. Where's my king? Check. The king goes here, right? Okay. Check. The king goes here. Yes, it's actually queen a8. King goes here, check. They go here, checkmate. So it's queen a... Oh, Lord. Not one of them. What the heck? No, you can't do this. Is it like, what the heck is going on? So what was wrong with this, man? Or is it bishop here? Yeah, well. What if? Who cares what if? It don't matter no more. You don't even take it. You don't even take it. How is that? You actually what? Moving this guy? Because you don't want to expose and stuff. Yeah, well, maybe next time. Maybe next time. That's just done. Okay, let me think of something else. Check. And he might be also queen here. This guy goes there. I'm going to play this for check. Maybe bishop's going to take. This guy's going to take. Yeah, I think so. And if bishop takes, when you take with a pawn, you're actually having the battery. Yeah. So, 1. Exactly. We got 2 here. Threatening checkmate. Knight g5 threatens checkmate. But now I'm going to play... Oh. Change of plans. We actually have to take on e4. Knight takes e4. You can't deliver checkmate here. So you have to play this. Phew. Okay, kind of, sort of done it. Sort of done it. Thank you, my dear friend. Thank you, my TikTok friend. I recognize your avatar. I don't know how to pronounce the name, but I recognize your avatar. Thank you very much for being present and following the videos and the live streams. And yeah, probably, yeah. Thank you very much. Let me check on that message. Oh, man. Okay. Next one quickly here. Sound is okay. Webcam is fine. Okay, cool. What do we do? Oh, look at the pieces. We got 2 snipers here. Look at this. It's got to be something. It could be queen g2. Queen g2, that's a check forcing. True. True. It could be many things, man. It could be queen, rook takes. Yeah, maybe. It could be many. Oh man, there's so many things it could be. It could be bishop. Yeah, but a queen takes. Yeah, but then you take the guy takes checkmate. It could be many things. It could be. So we need to find the one that is completely certain. We need to find the fourth sequence here, my friends. A fourth sequence. And probably it might be, I'm not sure, it might be bishop e2 though. Bishop e2. Again, if rook takes, you're going to deliver checkmate with background. Queen f1, queen takes, rook takes, checkmate. Bishop e2. If queen takes, you take the queen, rook takes and stuff. So I guess bishop e2, but I'm still not sure. You know, I'm not. I mean, yeah, maybe. I gotta investigate something like queen g2, queen g2, king takes g2, rook f2, check, king gonna go g3. What checkmates have you got on here? You've got bishop c6 check. That's cool. Wait. Queen g2, king g2, rook f2, king g3, king g3. So how do I check him there? There ain't no check. Takes, plays. There is no check on g3. Where is the follow-up check? I can't see it. Therefore, probably bishop e2. Or maybe there's another way. Let's see. Maybe... Is there a bishop c6 just to make it nice and simple? I mean, rather than playing crazy stuff, maybe you're just supposed to play a nice battery, a old school type of battery here. So bishop c6, you go for g2, and that's about it. That's it. They played the bishop. We don't care because we take with the bishop. And so bishop c6, you see? So we have to find something that really forcing stuff, right? A friend says bishop sacrifice? What bishop sacrifice, man? What? So Jay, I don't know, man. You talk what bishop sacrifice? Yeah, but they don't have to take you, do they? I know what you mean. I just said it. I said it. That if queen takes, I takes, takes, rook. I know. I know. But bishop c6. But again, bishop e2 doesn't mean they have to take you. What if they play? What if they play queen c1 though? Just saying. Queen check the king g2. This guy takes it. That's not checkmate, man. Jay, I think it's actually bishop c6. I don't think you can stop that one with white. I don't think white can stop this from happening if bishop c6. Yeah, it's an old school type of threat here, so you can't stop it then. Whatever you do with the dark square white bishop, you're not going to stop bishop g2 checkmate. Oh, Lord. All right. So the initial plan was this. Not even that, man. I got to look at other craziness. Queen g3. Queen g3. This guy takes, and I'm playing this and that. No, I'm getting back. No. Yes, no, yes, no, yes. Yeah. Don't tell me queen g2. No. Okay, I don't like it anymore. That I'm sorry. What about queen g? But they don't have to take, do they? They don't have to take. Maybe rook lift. Maybe a rook lift. I don't know. No, that's not. It's what? Queen g3. What the heck is this? I thought it's easier. No, man, it's not. It's not queen g3. It's not rook f6. It's not. Maybe there's queen g1, but I don't see the follow-up. So queen g1, rook takes, right? Fine. And then what? Queen f1, rook takes, queen takes, bishop takes. You got nothing there. There's just nothing. What about queen e2? Queen e2? What? But they don't have to. What? Yeah, queen e2. Queen e2. That's just, I don't know yet. What the hell is that? Where's the checkmate? Maybe there is no checkmate. Maybe there is just winning material. 3 minor pieces. Okay, maybe I have to win material. Huh? How do I... What? Bishop f1. Let me look at bishop f1. Bishop f1. Yeah, bishop f1. Not bishop c6, because after bishop c6 they play this one and it takes longer. Jay, I'll tell you something, man. I think it's bishop f1. The difference in between bishop f1 and bishop c6 is that bishop f1 is quicker. Because rook has to take, you take, queen takes, rook takes, and checkmate. Whereas if you do bishop c6, they could play bishop d5, then you take with the rook, then rook e4. I mean, it takes longer. Probably you still win, but it takes longer. So bishop f1 is actually faster. So that means the initial plan was correct. It's just that the bishop f1 is faster. Yeah, there you go. We did get the right idea with the bishop. We just went the wrong way. And now I'm going to put it a little bit on the analysis board. We were right in principle. So we were correct. But, let me just play the move. Bishop c6 still wins our plan. Remember our plan? Bishop c6. We did say that. But there's not just that. It's also rook g1. Bishop d5 is sort of winning. But there is rook g1, which I sort of didn't pay close attention. Yeah. Queen f5, and you kind of still winning, but we don't know. Maybe you do. So, Jay, we had the right idea. We just went on the wrong path, and the rook g1 actually provides quite a defense for the g2, whereas bishop f1 does not allow white to defend. That's my short-sightedness. Sorry, it's my own fault. The idea was correct in principle. The stuff was right. But then again, we messed it up. I messed it up. Okay. I guess we could go for this, right? Like triple attack on the pin piece c3. Now I can't take if queen takes, and just winning queen, and sure. So I think it's PP on the PP, guys, right? It's pressure on the pin piece with knight e4. Okay, I see that. Now they're attacking my queen, but I can take on c3 with check, though. Which is a check. It's a check. And now I win the extra material. Queen takes, this guy takes, and thank very much. And now knight takes, and we're good. Okay, this one was fairly doable. Fairly doable. Cool one. Nice little puzzle there. Now white king is in check. So I think the puzzle wants us to identify where exactly how am I supposed to play. Because the minute we do king to the g file, we will get skewered. We're going to get skewered anyway. We can't block with nothing. We can't block with nothing. But we could actually take the rook back. So king g3, rook g8 check. And then I don't know. We gotta stick to the queen. So this one, you move here. They got another check. You move here. You know, and rook takes, queen, king takes. But then you got a billion extra pieces. So the white queen is going to be captured anyway. But when the white queen is lost, actually black is going to have queen versus two rooks and three minor pieces. We are supposed to winning long term. So we kind of supposed to be winning. Thank you very much, AJ. Yeah, just doing the only thing I'm enjoying the most. So now I'm in check. The question is if I should go king h2 or I should go h3. I don't think h3 because you're going to get further checks and checks and checks. So probably h2, then queen checks. That is true. Then we are going to play king h1 and so now that's another subtlety. Well, if you're an expert, yeah. So now white's gonna take. So white's gonna take. So white is supposed to be winning because three minor pieces and two rooks. Yeah. Maybe you will need to sack a minor piece or something to move these guys in action. I'm not sure. I mean, how do you get a bishop out? How do you get the knight? Where? So probably white would be required to play some knight c3. Because when this guy takes, you take, and eventually you might be able to get a bishop out somehow. Again, two rooks should be cool. If you got two rooks and two minor pieces, that should be winning down the road somewhere. It should be winning, guys. Yeah, send me the friend request on chess.com, guys. So I'll accept it, or leechess.org. But now I'm using chess.com platform. There will be another round. I'm not sure I'll be covering it. I'm not sure I'll cover that. Let me see. I like the idea with the rook because of the queen and some f7 and stuff. It's Soren Chess Codes AJ Gaming. So rook b7 for some queen f7 ideas. Do I get checkmated or something? Probably should be the right one. Do you see anything else? I don't. So apart from rook b, I'm going to play it anyway. I don't know what else is here. Yeah. Now I've got a little bit of a question. You know, I don't think we should take. Because if we take, then queen is going to get to d2 checking and having some other attacking ideas. So as counterintuitive as it looks, but on the other hand, again, if I go h1, let's just say I go h1, then they're going to take this guy anyway. And then I'm taking, then still I'm getting checked. So let me think. Again, I'll take the rook, queen d2 check. That's not negotiable. Then where the heck do I go? I don't know. Can I go h? If I go h, we're going to have knight check. So actually now you got to decide what the heck do you go with the king? Really? I mean, it was relatively easy to identify the queen f7 checkmate threat. So that was relatively findable. You know, it was quite findable. That's okay. And that's not a problem. The problem is, where do you move the king? So that's the problem. So let me think again. If queen g2, what? It's this one, dude. All right, mate. Let me put it on the chat now. This is it. You'll find that username on all the social media I'm using. So then again, king takes g2, queen d2 check. I need to stay out of checks for just one single turn. One single turn out of check. So I could go h1. Then knight checks me, right? So I don't know the heck am I going. A king takes, queen plays. Where do I go? So let's say I'm going g1. Then they check me again with the queen. Then I go in the corner and then again checks. I'm not sure. I don't know. I go here. Rook takes though. And then you take. Then queen d2. Where do you go? So AJ Gaming, what do you play here? You said you're an expert? If you're expert, you definitely see it. Do we take the rook or not? Do you guys take the rook? Or you don't take the rook? What do you do, fellas? I've decided I took. But now where the hell do I go? If we do this kind of stuff, it's going to be queen f2 check, and I think we might get in trouble. I mean, I would play here, but it's just getting complicated, man. Really getting complicated. It's all sort of checks. You take checks, and I don't even know where you're supposed to go. Maybe you're going to end up on g6. I don't know. I got to take you one by one now. I'm sorry. If we go here, it's going to be queen, and you go here. Oh, my lord. No, that's checkmate. What the heck? You can't go. So we can't go f1 because checkmate in the move. Fine. Can I go g? You sort of can. Check, but you're going to have to go in the corner then. And then they check you here. And then you go back. And then they check you again. They got at least a perpetual. It don't work, man. I'm going to go h1. The only available check... Well, there's two. They got to do the knight thing. So I'm going to go king h1. They have to do knight f2. Knight g3 don't matter, I guess. So knight f2. After knight f2, I could go g2 back. So first thing first, it's got to be in a corner. Sorry, there's nothing else. I got to be... There you go, knight f2. And now we need to debate a little bit if we go g2 or if I go g1. If I go g1, knight's going to take on h3. I might get like checkmated in a move, and I will. Well, 2 moves, that is. So, wait a minute. No, I can't. It's going to be a perpetual at least. No. So, king g2. Yeah, but then this guy goes here. How the heck do I get out of this mess? Yes, Marcus, Martin, yes, h1. But now I've reached that point. I've got to decide what do I do here. So if I go g2, let's say they go back. Let's just say they go back. And I'm moving back. But then knight f2. I mean, we can't just repeat that, can we? King g1. This guy's going to go back. Ah, that's it. No, it's knight h. King g1, knight h3. Jesus Christ. What the heck am I missing? No, man, it's the queen here. That's it, done. King g1. King g1 because knight takes h3 is the queen. Sorry, I forgotten about the queen. King g1 because the queen defends h3. So the knight... So there's no more check coming now from black. Therefore, white goes with the checkmate, whatever that is. If king goes g8... No, you can't. You're going to checkmate. That's about it. All right, guys, I'll accept your friend request, guys. Send me the friend request on chess.com on Lichess. You may perhaps want to quickly check some YouTube videos. I've done some Bobby Fischer latest video versus Florin Gheorghiu from 1966. It was a Nimzo Indian defense with F3 system. Have a look at that one. And yeah, AJ, I'm going to accept we're going to do some correspondence for now because I got to stop the stream. Been already 2 hours now. So we'll take a break for the time being, fellas. Appreciate your presence. Follow me on your respective platforms, either Twitch or TikTok or YouTube, etc. And seeing you guys tomorrow.